Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk about what is new in Remotion Pro. Now it support Blender 5. Okay, so here when you go to download page, we have two versions of Remotion Pro. For the in update, we have one for Blender 3.6s and we have one for 5.0. So here we can see we have RMP in update version 1.57.8 for Blender 3.6s, and we have RMP in update version 1.6 for Blender 5. Okay, so make sure you install the correct version for your blend. Okay, so here since I'm using Blender 5, I have installed Remotion Pro version 1.60. So make sure you are using the correct version. So here I'm going to talk about what is new in these two versions. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is right now when you go to settings and go to update and help, we have backups custom library. The same thing, we have the same one in backup custom library. So what does this one do? So let's go to Blender version 4.5 here. Let's say this is the version I was using. I have my custom libraries and I want to transfer this one to my new Blender. Okay, so here let me go to this one, and when I go to auto-rig here, I can see we don't have any animation in here. If I refresh it, still I don't have any animation in here. So let me go to my Blender 4.5, and here when I go to auto Pro, I have this custom libraries. I save it by myself. Okay, if I want to switch to another Blender version, I can just export this custom library and install it in this Blender version. So that is what I'm going to show you how to do it. So now let's start. So let's go to settings and let's go down to update and help, and here just click on backup custom libraries. Okay, so let's click on it, and here it will open directory where you want to save your this. So I want to save it on desktop, and I'm just going to click on backup custom libraries. Now let's wait for it to export. Now it has finished exporting the custom libraries, and now let's open our new Blender version. So this is the current one I'm going to use, and I want to get all my custom library from 4.5 to the Blender 5. So now let's go to settings, update and help, and here I'm going to use the same install update to install that zip file. So on here we have, when you hover your mouse on it, you can see it says select the zip file contain the update or the backup zip file. So I'm just going to click on install update, and now I'll go to my desktop, and here I have it here. I have RMP custom backup. This is the name it's used to install. RMP custom backup.zip file. So I'm going to select this and click on install update. Now it has finished install. Let's go up here and let's go to the animation. Now go here, there's no anything here, just click on refresh. Okay, so it give us this. Let's switch to another category, refresh, and let's go back to auto rig, and now we have it all here. So this is what you have. Also, if you have some of them in your favorite, you can see it has appeared on here. Let's go here, animation, and I go to favorite. You can see I have this one on my favorite, and that one also appear here. So right now you can just back up your library, install a library in another Blender version. So this is going to save you a lot of time when you just install new Blender version, or you want to, you can also send this backup.zip file to your another PC and install it. Now let's move on to the next feature. The same thing in here are also in Blender 1 in version 1.57.8. Okay, so we have this animation speed has been updated. So I'm going to show you how to use this new one. So let me go and set for maybe walking. I'm going to load this animation walking. Let me assign and load this. Okay, my character is walking, and what if I want to increase the animation speed? Okay, so let me scroll down to animation speed here, and we have apply speed and offset. So when I click on it, this pop-up will appear here and show start frame and end frame. Since the animation start on frame 1, I can keep this frame 1 and end on frame 25. I'm going to type from 25 here, and time scale, if you want to scale this by 2, I'm going to type 2, and this will stretch the keyframes and it's going to make the character move slower. So let me click on OK, and let's see, the character will move slow. So you can use this one to increase the speed or make the character move slower. See what we have. Okay, the same thing, let's say I set the value less than 1, maybe 0.5, and click OK. sorry, I have to put this one. We have 49, so I'm going to make it n and frame 49 and set the time scale to 0.5. And right now it's come back to the normal speed. Okay, right now let me type, and this one I'm going to stretch the same 0.5 again, and this is going to increase the speed. So let me reset this and load another animation, and this one I'm going to use the stretch keyframe. So what this one do is I'm going to click on stretch keyframes, and since it starts from frame 1 to 25, I'm going to type 25 here. And new duration, maybe I want the animation to end on frame 100. I can type frame 100 here, and it's going to make the animation ends on frame 100. So let me preview and see what we have. Okay, so I can just decrease to maybe 50, and I'm going to update and see what we have. Also compress it to maybe 10 and see what you have. Okay, so this is what these two features do. Okay, so now let's move on to the strip time. So I'm going to load animation like walking. Let me go to here. I want to load walking again, and I'm going to use a record. Okay, I have this animation in here. Now let me go back. Let me go to the strip time here, and now when I play the animation, I can see the character walking fine. But the moment I enable strip time, the character is not moving again when I play the animation. But when I scroll through my timeline, the character move. Yes. So what does this one means? Let me show you what does the interpretation also does here. We have Bezier, linear, and constant. So first, let me start by using the linear to show you what does it do. I'm going to start with Bezier. So first, I'm going to insert keyframe on frame 1, the value of strip time to 0, and I'll go to frame 50, and here I'm going to type 50 here. So when I type 50, we see the cursor move to the frame 50, and I'm going to insert keyframe. Now when I play the animation, I can see the cursor is moving. But you can see since we choose Bezier, the cursor starts moving slow and then go normal and start blending slow here. Okay, so right now let me go and use linear, and here I'm going to insert keyframe again with this value 0, and go here I'm going to insert keyframe of 50, and here you can see the cursor move at a constant speed. Now let me choose constant, and let me insert keyframe again. I'm going to remove the keyframe and insert keyframe using the constant interpretation. Now let's play. When I play the animation, you can see the cursor is not moved until it's reached this frame 50. So this is how it works. Let's say I go to frame 15 and I enter 15 here and insert keyframe, and let's play. When I reach 15, it moves to frame 15 and go here since we use constant. Okay, so that is how this one do. So now let's move straight to base here, and I'm going to cancel whatever I have to here, or we can disable it and it's going to move fine. When I enable it, it's going to play again. Okay, I'm going to cancel everything I have done here, and now we have it moving. So I'm going to start over again. So I'm going to enable the strip time, and on frame 1 I'm going to insert keyframe of 0, and let's say on frame 50 I'm going to insert keyframe of maybe 50, and I'm going to apply. Sorry, and I'm going to insert keyframe. So the cursor is going to move like this. And let me go to maybe frame 15. I say on frame 15, I'm going to type maybe 30. I'm going to insert keyframe. This will make the cursor move faster from frame here to frame 15 and start moving slow here. You can see. So maybe let's go to on frame 30, and I'm going to type maybe 55 here. I'm going to insert keyframe. Let's preview what we have. So once I reach here, it's going to move back to frame 5. Since we say 5 here, that means we put frame 5 on frame 30, so it's going to move backwards. So see what we have, backwards and move forward again. Okay, so we can, after we have done the changes, we can just click on apply, and everything is going to look smooth. So once you apply it, whenever you are not using the strip timer feature, make sure you close it like this, so you're seeing all right smooth. Okay, so see what it. So that is what the strip timer also do. Okay, I'm going to take my time to explain it well, how to use it for my animation, but right now this is how you can use it. Okay, so let me load another working animation, and here I'm going to show how to use the repeat. Okay, let me go to the repeat. Okay, so here, see the animation starts on frame 1 and end on frame 25. I'm going to type N25 here, and the start is 1. Okay, and I'm going to repeat it maybe 5 times. So just click on apply repeat, and this is going to repeat the animation 5 times. And also on the custom library here, we have image. So I'm going to show what this one also do. Let's say I have you want to initially, you just need to go to view and render viewport. You can use this one, or right now you can just move your scene to position to face your character like this, and you can just click on image, and this will take a screenshot of this one and set it as image. Right now you just click on this and it will set the image for you, and just to choose the action you want to export, and just click on export, and this one is going to do it. Okay, so these are some of the features has been added, and there's a lot of bugs has been fixed in this version. So thank you for watching, and see you in next video.